Okay, let's go. Let's make this happen. Let's go. Check 1 2 1 2. Check. That's right. Live here at Pre-Admissions. This is the Gym Crashers with me, Joey the Bull.
We'll do the wiggle.
Dondo. Just got your name today.
Gabriel.
I did not know Gabriel's name.
I'm sorry, bro. And the one and only
Mark Pacquiao.
Mark
Oh.
Pacquiao.
Ooh, I like that.
It's gonna be nuts today. I can't wait today. I've been telling people all day. I've been training this jaw. I'm gonna take you down with that fruit by the foot challenge,
Hey,
bro.
you gotta add your lips into it to get it going.
Well, I got good lips. I mean, I have no complaints. You know, I'm playing.
You saw the video.
I seen the video.
Yeah.
okay.
As soon as he saw the video, I was like, we have to do that.
Yeah, I'm taking him now.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna win this match.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
Can't wait
Have
to
you
see
been
it.
practicing?
No,
Okay.
of course I have. So what are you drinking there, bro?
Hey.
This is
I plead the
Mexican
fifth on
White
this.
Claw. It says Topo Chico. This guy brought it. He's trying to get me smacked for the show.
I just
But
figured.
it's a cool flavor right here.
Yeah, I figured we'd take one off the edge. You know, nervous being up on a podcast, and especially with you guys, man. So it's cool.
Two old guys.
Two old guys,
old
the
guy.
legend of the game.
Let me
Two
tell you a
legends.
funny story. So
Okay.
we met in the
Legend of what game?
I don't know.
in the locker room
What is
right
he
before a
talking
fight.
about?
He's talking about how they met in the locker room. I want to hear the story.
let's hear it, let's
It
hear it.
sounds weird.
I'm
It sounds
picturing right
Let's
now.
keep
Go
that
ahead.
on you because it's 6 inches or we can't hear it.
6
Okay,
inches.
okay. So I met him in the locker room. We both fought in the same card together, and then he was like,
Spar
Mark-
stars.
"No,
Star.
this is the second time we fought together on the same card." But anyways, he was like, "Mark, I'm super nervous. How you feel?" I was like, "My,"
You guys never look
But-
nervous.
because he was just talking. He just brought up how the nerves, so he brought these. So he's a nervous guy. But hey, he finished the guy the first round,
It's on.
and I was like, "Man, I gotta."
Is it on?
It's good. Okay, cool. But yeah, I was just bringing up a story because he talked about nerves, and he finished the dude in like the first round.
He did.
Talk about it. How did you finish the guy?
Hit it.
Well, for starters, I was nervous. I was nervous as hell, man. I swear to God. I was praying in the background. I was like, "Is this a PG podcast?"
you can-
It's X-rated.
It's X-rated.
Very.
So this is a joke that I tell
I mean, y'all
everybody.
met in the gym, Shaw. I mean, I don't know why.
We were in the locker room, so we were warming up, and this guy looks like ready. You know, he's
Yeah.
ready. He's listening to music.
Kid.
This guy's like dancing to himself and shit. I was like, damn, like I wish I could get that edge, right? And here I was praying, and I was telling myself, God, like if you fucking give me this one, I swear to God, I'll never yank that shit again.
Whoa.
What?
I'll never.
You're gonna go blind.
I swear to God, I'll never. I said I'd never choke that chicken again, and then I was just a joke. It's just a story. So.
That's why I wear glasses.
But anyways, long story short, ended up getting the win in the first round. Broke the rule that night, and it was just a cool time, just talking to Mark, and then like Mark ended up getting the first round finish as well, and
Right?
that was back in 2019, right before the whole pandemic happened.
Okay, I remember.
October.
It was literally February and everything closed right the hell down right after.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. I remember that moment too.
And you know what? There's two kinds of liars in this world. Just remember this. Ones that say they never have and ones that say they quit.
That's right.
Two kinds of liars.
She kinds of like.
Because everybody does it.
Yes, sir.
Fighters are liars too. Shout out to Coach Joseph Del Rio. This is what he told me. If you want to be a good fighter, you have to be a good liar because you got to set up your feints, make him catch your feints and all that. So that's something I bring in this fight game. You know, you gotta show him your feints and be a good liar, in a good way.
We talked about this right before you got here. We were talking about Sean O'Malley with his hips and his feints, and they're very different, and
Yeah.
people weren't catching on.
That's what I was specifically talking about. Like within his second fight, how he kind of did this odd angle where he kind of like, I've never seen someone feint like this where he used his hands, then he like doubled up on it and then threw it in full speed.
I like that.
For those of you who can't see Adam swinging his hips, it's quite the show, let me tell you.
Yeah, that man can swing.
Yeah, it looked like Buddy Holly right now.
I don't know who that guy is.
That's okay. Younger guys, I forget. I'm sorry.
Adam, are you competing already?
No, I've just trained for.
Oh, okay.
No,
Awesome,
he's
man.
he's
You'll
doing
get there.
he's doing that thing you swore off of. A lot of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's the king.
He's the king of that.
but that theory is true. What you're talking about is very. I used to
champion.
I used to tell all my fighters or people I train, like the day you have a fight, don't, I mean, just keep it until you're done, and then give it hell after.
Yeah.
I don't think that works in MMA.
I'm just kidding.
Right? Not in
What?
MMA. That doesn't work in MMA. That was an old school thing.
The whole old school
The
boxing.
whole don't bust a nut before you
Yeah.
fight. That's not part of this
I don't believe
generation.
I don't know, man. I mean,
I tried both. I tried 2 months out and like almost a little close to a week out, and same performance.
Yeah.
really?
It's not.
Just went in with a smile on your
Well, just since you're the one preaching it, when did you utilize that method?
Well, I usually wait about I'd say a month.
So you don't jerk off for a month, and then what do? You do an eating challenge? You do a wrestling challenge? What are you doing?
I just give it hell, bro. Whoever I'm with at the time. Now that I'm happily, what. But I'm just saying, back in the day.
Myth busted.
Myth busted. Yeah, that's such an old school thing. Yeah, it's an old school thing. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it.
I think it's just mindset, man. If you're coming there to kill, you're gonna come in there to kill.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
In between.
People are different.
Like even like the whole like smoking thing. Like I know some people don't smoke like up until they're like months out, right before a fight. That fight in 2019, like the night before, I had a fucking burrito and I smoked some weed and I felt great.
This from Gabriel. When I first meet Gabriel, he
Yeah.
looks at me and goes, I go, hey, bro, let's go get an interview. Who the fuck are you, dog?
I did not say that.
Damn.
Just about him all. Hey, we'll get this done. I'll make you look good. It's because he's in the zone. And when you know what? There's a very interesting thing with fighters. When you just won your fight, even just lost your fight, because we don't just interview winners. We interview everybody. It's a fight game.
Exactly.
It's not about just, oh, you won your fight and kiss someone's ass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We want to talk about what went on. The mindset is such in place at that time, and you're so pumped that it's like touching the dog food bowl in front of a pit bull. Bite your fucking hand off.
If I said
At that moment, no, you're a homie. You're always a homie. But no, but the aggressiveness we're used to. We come from this environment, and I
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
But you say you're nervous. I can believe it now. However, being at the events, nah, I don't see. I see a pit bull ready to bite off somebody's freaking head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you show. Now, when you're talking to Mark in private, yeah, I get it. You guys choking chickens, you're doing your thing. But
Yeah.
it's a whole other thing when you're talking to the public. You're like, no, man, I'm ready for this dog. You see what I just did? I just put him down in one round.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
I like that. Take it over, Joe.
Well,
Tell us about not doing it for a month so you can go do what you got to do.
No, I'm just saying. No, no. I'm not mentioning that. So
You brought it up.
Well, I'm done talking about it. I want to make sure that our viewers are out there watching our show because the bull's a changed man. He's a changed man. Yes, he is. I mean, look at this.
I was
So
talking.
tell us about what you changed. We got to know.
First off, he cut the
He brought it
hair.
up.
I know. It's growing back, bro. It's growing back.
Okay.
I mean, we talked about this, and people got pissed when I shaved my head. They're like, "What the fuck, dude? That's your look." And I'm
I
like,
actually thought so too. I actually think that you lost your persona. Like he was a wild man, and then now he's
No, he's
you know?
trying to bloom and you know how like
Yeah.
what's those
He's a new
caterpillars that
dude.
bloom into butterflies?
Yeah.
He's changing as a man, so he needed a clean slate.
Yeah. Dope
You're a
moth.
moth and not a butterfly.
thanks. Oh man. So quick question for both of you guys. So I understand what got you into mixed martial arts. I know, being you, Mark Pacquiao in the background, usually the family either you become a postman or become a nurse. But I want to become Pacquiao.
Whoa, he's super racial. On
No, that is very true. Like to this,
It smelled like
close,
opium.
man.
let me tell you this. To this day, my grandma will still text me and like ask me how's nursing school. Even I'm not
See,
sure.
I'm not lying.
I'm not sure if she knows that I'm not in nursing school or not, but she solely believes that I'm in nursing school.
And the reason why I'm saying this
That's
because
crazy.
I have a brother-in-law. He is Filipino. So I have my little niece and nephew. They're half Filipino. So I'm used to the jokes. I'm used to the food. I'm used to going to the houses where mom cooks the food and it's only him and I, and she'll make a smorgasbord. Just you're taking leftovers this big home.
Nice.
Now I can't do that anymore because I lost all this
Do they
weight.
still love you the same if you?
Oh,
don't
they're
eat?
like, oh, Joey, I
People like
love
to
you.
feed you.
Yeah, I mean, oh dear, eat. You're not that fat. You're not fat.
I feel you on that one, Mark.
You know.
I'm still waiting when I finally become an engineer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Persian. So
He's like, dude, I drive the train. I am the engineer.
Nice. Man.
So was that the case? And people are like saying either you're a nurse, a postman, or Manny Pacquiao. Were you gonna be a fighter?
No, I'm not. I chose to be Mark Pacquiao.
No, but I'm just saying that's what the family.
No, it's very true. But let me talk about how I got into the mixed martial arts scene. So it's a funny story. I was in a Spanish class. Shout out to Din Fam. He's my buddy. So we started off with football. He was like, "Hey, Mark, join football or else you're a bitch." And I'm like, "I'm not a bitch." So here I am in football. One of the littlest guys. I was like, 105 pounds, you know, my first season of football. But then after football season ended, he was like, hey, Mark, join wrestling or else you're a bitch. And I was like, I had fun with, you know, the sports and the brotherhood. And I was like, why not? And I'm not a bitch either. So I did wrestling. And wrestling is very similar to, like, closest thing to fighting. And I didn't have the luxury of paying for like a taekwondo gym on the side. So wrestling was free, you know, it's part of high school. And I fell in love with the sport, and yeah. So, and then after that, I was in college. And when I was in college, I missed the competition of wrestling, what wrestling gave me. So I found a Muay Thai gym like down the street. It's called Strikers Inc. They're actually shut down, but he's Coach Joseph Del Rio is opening up his gym sometime soon.
That's cool.
Good
to know.
He's a great guy. You know, all these.
Shout out.
He still messages me like once a month and says, "Make sure you stretch, motherfucker."
Damn.
I love it. You know, he gives me these small reminders, or he sends me like these little videos of like Muay Thai fights that are great southpaws because I'm a southpaw. But anyways, yeah. And then I told him, I went to the gym. I was like, hey coach, I'm here to fight. And 3 years down the line, he gave me a fight. I got a couple of Muay Thai fights in, smokers, and I transitioned to MMA towards the like last year of my college days. And yeah, it was kind of hard in college because you had to time it between summertime and wintertime, so you don't do finals and have a fight at the same time and fail both. But yeah, the rest is history. And
Wow.
yeah.
Where were the
Yeah.
smokers at? Ken Rose's out there, Ventura?
No, I would always do my smoke. I did one random one. My first one, I don't even remember. It was like an hour drive, freaking far.
Fight Club.
Yeah, underground. But I've always go to like LA Fit Expo or Anaheim Fit Expo.
Sure.
It's cool over there.
No, we did our shit there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we kind of
Yeah.
started too, yeah.
Really?
With the podcast. and
I'm
stuff.
waiting for them to open up again so I can get my students going because I teach. Shout out to UFC Rosemead. I teach at UFC. I'm trying to get a couple.
We know
guys.
all the homies there, right?
Shout out to Jason Carter, my boss.
Right?
So,
That's
but
cool.
yeah, that's my story of how I got into the MMA scene and chasing for gold.
Wow, that's awesome.
While we're on it, we got to get Gabe's story. He's sitting right
Yeah,
here.
I know.
so-
I was about to say, Gabe.
I'm just sitting
You know.
here, just enjoying it. No, I'm here.
This is an added something. Gabe came along with Mark, but Gabe is a fighter and well known in the community, so we got him. So he's on the mic with me. We're
It's like
sharing.
double the trouble here.
Yeah.
We're in.
Well, actually, we started hanging out a lot recently. Like
Yeah.
we just started surfing. So I literally like the other
weeks
week
ago.
I heard 2 weeks ago I heard the exact same story, and it's like no bullshit, like word for word, exactly what his coach told him.
Nice.
Fucking stretch.
Wow,
He
that's
prepped for the
crazy.
show.
He's been prepping for like a month, I guess. He knew before he came on here that he's gonna be on here someday. No, actually, I got into MMA when I was about 19 years old. It's actually a fucking long story, man. And long story short, basically, I got.
We got an hour, bro.
You got an
Talk.
hour? All right. All right.
And we got a
Let's
fruit roll-up
start.
challenge.
And you got
We
drinks.
a fruit roll-up challenge, and we got some
I
Topo
was
Chico.
born and
I came out like this.
So I was 19 years old, and I was dating a girl who didn't really feel safe around me. I was always getting into some bullshit where push came to shove, and I wasn't really about it. I was into like working out, so I was a bigger dude. I used to weigh around like 190, but
Wow.
yeah, and now I'm like 160, so it's like 30 pounds and all skinny and shit.
I weigh around 160.
One sexy. So. Anyways, man. So basically, like, I wasn't an aggressive person, and I was getting into a lot of like problems, and it just came down to it where I got into some shit at a 24-hour fitness, and I felt really insecure about myself, and I felt like I wasn't tough and like I wasn't a man, and so I found a kickboxing gym. It was $9 for a day trial.
Great.
$9, man, you can't beat it. Did it, fell in love with it, and then started going. But I didn't really take it that serious. I was just kind of doing it to do it. And then I got fucked up again for being in the wrong neighborhood. And then after that, I was like, man, I really got to take this serious because I didn't know how to ask the instructor for my money back, right? I wasn't about to get fucked up twice in a month. And so I was about to get fucked up again, man. So I was like, I started taking it serious. And then he took me into some sparring classes, and I started sparring. And then from there, I told you the story last time where I was like, man, I want to try jiu-jitsu. And I came across a video of Joe Rogan getting a black belt from Eddie Bravo.
Right. We talked about
And I didn't know the difference between gi and no gi. I just thought it was jiu-jitsu.
this. No difference.
He thought it was Yogi Bear.
So I found a...
Jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu. So I went to a 10th Planet Whittier, and I was like, oh, 10th Planet. I saw that's where Joe Rogan got his belt from. And then I ran into John Santa Maria, who's an instructor
Yes.
there. He's a great guy. Runs Tsunami Jiu-Jitsu. Probably he's the guy that opened up the door for me into this MMA world, and I signed up with him. And I remember like when I signed up, he said, just come in workout clothes, and he said, just pick up what you can. Whatever you can't pick up, you'll pick up next time. So I was like, all right. And I literally walked away from that little meeting, and I was like, man, I think I got bamboozled, because I was expecting a fucking gi.
Yeah.
I was expecting the white belt. He told me you're a white belt. I was like, all right, cool. I was waiting for him to bring it out or something. And I was like, man, I figured I'd like sign up for one of those like rubber knife classes. You know what I mean? Learn how to defend it. And
Those gun classes where you
where you defend how to fight off a gun. So I ended up.
I guess.
So I got into it and I fell in love, man. Jiu-Jitsu's been awesome, and it opened me up to the world of MMA. He introduced me to Mark Munoz. Mark Munoz brought me into the training lab. I've got to train with TJ Dillashaw.
The other Filipino in the business.
All right, Mark Munoz.
Yep.
Awesome people. Dillashaw, Swanson, Archuleta. I've got to meet Chito Vera. I've got to meet like
Cheeto.
these guys that like a year prior I was watching on TV, and then next thing you know I'm calling them like my homies and shit like that. So it's just been a crazy journey, and I'm grateful for every second of it. And now I'm with the Classic Fight Team under Tyler Wombles, and I'm training with 10 Planet Mission Viejo under Budo Matt, and those guys are like a wealth of knowledge in the sport, and it's just just growing and growing and growing. And so I'm excited. Yeah, I had a pro debut in April. It didn't go as planned. Fucking those kids in Mexico are built different. I swear to God, man.
Sure.
I hit them with
Drink
everything.
their water. Watch what happens.
that Canelo meat or something, man.
Right.
I swear to God, I hit him with everything.
Damn.
I had him on his heels and he wouldn't go down, man. And
And
he
you're
ended
a
up,
hard hitter. That's what you're known for. You're a fucking
right?
striker.
So that kid, he had his game plan. His game plan was to just calf kick the hell out of me, even if it meant getting knocked out. He almost got knocked out, and he kept hitting the calf. And just third round with 3 minutes left, he landed a good one, and I couldn't stand up on it. So that was that.
It's
And,
rough.
yeah, my leg's still numb, dude. And honestly, it wasn't worth it for the pay. I ended up fucking using that money for some tacos and a fucking ride back to the border.
That's all. Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need, right?
beer.
Tacos and a border.
Speaking of that, you guys need a refill? You're getting kind of low there.
Topo Chico.
I'm good right here. I'm in the middle. So that's my story. That's my amateur debut. I'm excited. I should be getting back in January. I'm planning on getting back in like early January. From now to then, I have a little bit going on with some schooling, and then just getting back on the back on the saddle, man. Ready to ride.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that's me.
Hey, I just want to say that's a great story. Both of you.
Thank you.
Unique. And you too, man.
Sir.
Thank you, man.
I mean, so
I just didn't want to be a bitch.
what we do, we get out. I like that. Nobody wants to be a bitch. I got to point this out. You hear that because you got a lot of jokes. Got to make sure
I don't
everybody
want
gets
to be
that.
a bitch.
But what we do is here in the studio, we get to talk to fighters. Wonderful thing. People come and see us. But when we go to Spar Star, we do CXF, we do Lights Out, Epic, you name it. Whatever we get out to, if we don't really make that relationship with you guys and grow with you, then where the hell are we going to be? So we have grown considerably, but so have you guys from the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's a reciprocal thing. So what the fact that you're here right now, I appreciate that very much. Those stories are authentic and real, and I love that. And something we talked about, like fighters come from a broken place. And there's this whole other generation of athletes that are coming up now too that aren't. You know what I mean? Your story is from the heart. I've heard it. I feel it.
Yeah.
But Mark's a fucking athlete saying, "No, I ain't no fucking pussy. I'm going for it."
Yeah.
You get a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly what we just discussed.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy.
Unless you want to go into pro wrestling, and you can do all that all day long. You know what I mean? That's a whole other thing.
Like I actually think about that all the time. And so like I have a roommate named Trey Leon, and he NAI state champion wrestling, right? And he's coming up. You'll probably see him in the amateur scene coming up soon. And I'm with these collegiate wrestlers, man, and they're like kicking my ass. And there's some days where like I go in the fucking restroom, like, why am I doing this, right? But then I think about it, like I'm here, I'm with them, I'm grinding with them. Like I come from a small town, city, Whittier, and like my accolades is the bullshit I got into the streets, right? And I'm competing with the best of the best, man. And so it's an awesome fucking story. And I like that even though we come from different roads, we could still connect because we both know the grind, right? Like
Isn't Aaron Pico from Whittier?
Aaron Pico is from Whittier. Yeah,
Right?
actually he
Aaron Lafarge is right there in between, I think, La Habra. And then you got Henry Corrales and La Mirada.
Henry Corrales,
So
yeah.
come on. You're driving down Whittier Boulevard.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's a dangerous world you're in, bro. So
man.
I know why people are hitting you up.
Yeah.
My homie Miguel from this dojo, from Delo Jiu-Jitsu, moved to Whittier, but he's from over here in Cyprus.
Nice.
I'm coming down the alley, I get hit up by 5 cholos.
Dude.
Hey,
I thought Whittier was nice.
I was like,
No,
damn,
it's
I've
weird.
come for dinner, and now we got to throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right in the alley. So I know what you mean.
Dude, it sucks because it's a beautiful town, but then like next thing you know, you're getting pressed up. by
Everybody
someone.
looks like us,
Yeah.
but they're still ready to throw. I'm like,
Right,
what the
yeah,
other people
it's
we
weird,
supposed to
man.
fight?
Seriously,
You
like,
know?
yeah, it's crazy, but it's a blessing too because then it makes you who you are.
That's right.
So it's funny because like Mark and I, we kind of like look like we come from the same hood.
You
You
had a
know,
moment?
we had a moment. I mean, honestly, a lot of my, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of SA friends, but a lot of my friends were either Polynesians or Filipinos, and and I blended in. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you talk about motherfucker, you only weigh 55
I wore
pounds.
that shirt just for you.
And it was always karaoke. It was always karaoke times with all the Filipino homies. So you know how it is, bro.
fun time.
I put some little bit of Hennessy Heinekens, and now you're singing feelings, nothing more than feelings.
Oh man.
You know how it is, bro.
Did you grow up in Rosemead as well?
Oh no, I grew up here in Santa Ana.
Santa Ana? Nice.
You know, crazy
You grew up out here in
streets. You know,
Cypress?
it's all
No,
good.
I grew up in Huntington Beach, right next door to that dude right there. We are the brown folk from Huntington Beach.
Nice.
'Cause believe it or
The one and
not,
only.
The one and only.
all the way up the coast are brown surfers. People don't know that, but you know,
Yeah. We're
Santa Barbara, same damn thing.
we're trying to get into that scene,
Right?
and I love it.
It's
man. I
fun,
love
man.
It's a
blast.
fact.
It's
Look at the
awesome.
pro surfers, Sonny Garcia, right? There's a ton of people. Now I'm going blank, but there's a ton.
Talking about pro surfers?
Yes.
Mark Pacquiao.
Mark Pacquiao.
I see this guy surf. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I can't surf. Even
a lot of
I just can't do it. I'm too afraid to get on that board and step on something in the ocean.
Here's an honest thing. Yeah, I surfed my whole life. You surf here in California, and you grew up in the neighborhood. It's all good, but get over to Hawaii, and guys are like Robert. And they surf their ass off.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see that a lot here.
Yeah.
They don't really come out and do their thing. But there's no joke. Like, Robert could bust it out. I know he rides waves.
That's awesome.
But it's kind of crazy, though. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, whoa.
And
Brother is just dropped in on you. You know what I mean? That's just kind of crazy.
And
that
it's
shit
addicting
happens.
because like you want to call it, but like you want to say one more wave.
One more.
And that's what he was doing all
Yeah.
the last
We
session. I was
went
like,
to,
we went like almost 2.5 hours, and he was like, "Let's get one more wave."
One more, yeah, because we didn't have that much time on our cars.
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, let's just hang out for a little bit longer, and then, oh man, it's just it's cool because most of my training is like I told you, it's out here in Orange County, and so it's a drive for me to come from Whittier to
from
there.
Whittier to Westminster to Mission Viejo is 100 miles round trip.
And
Yeah.
he's whipping around a truck too now. So I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
got
man,
little Tacomas.
That's
So
rough.
All I'm rocking.
dude, Tacomas.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's
Right?
it's awesome. But so basically, that drive from Whittier to like Orange County, it sucks, and so it's hard for me to just go to train and then come back home and then go train again at night. So
to the beach.
if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me like either reading or like I'm always at the beach just
And now you
doing
gotta shout out
something.
your Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Suavecito. Go ahead.
We're halfway, so you can always stop here.
Suavecito.
Yes, hit up Gabe. Make sure you follow him. He's at what, Suavecito?
Yeah, suavecito.mma.com.
I'll follow you on
.com. Suavecito.mma. My
Now,
God.
now,
Hey,
take,
he's gonna
now,
make the website now.
Fucking, not
now-
.com, not .com.
now taking that
Fucking
name,
Topo
does
Chico.
the Suavecito sponsor you? The hair?
No.
You got no hair. The
No,
pomade.
there's I met the original Suavecito too. His name's Jose or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, he's awesome. He's a cool dude. I
Based
gotta
out of
meet
Santa
him
Ana.
at- Based out of Santa Ana.
Yeah.
I think he's sponsored by them.
Oh, really?
He's a real cool dude. Yeah, I gotta meet him at Classic. And
Nice.
Oh yeah. Those
glad
guys.
we didn't have to get down for that name, dude. Jesus Christ, I'll change it real quick. That guy's big, dude. He's strong as hell.
So tell me about Classic. We'll talk about CMMA just after that. But
Yes,
the
sir.
guys at Classic throw.
They do.
Now, my son lives in the neighborhood right behind Little Caesars, so
Oh,
you're right
okay.
there. So we're right there. I'm always on Bouchard and Warner doing my thing. But we know Tyler and those guys and everybody that's involved with them, you know.
Diego Paez.
Yeah, you get in
Right,
there
right.
and there's no,
Jeffrey Craig.
they don't pull back,
No, they don't.
right? These are
Yeah.
guys that throw for a reason with purpose and they produce champs.
Yeah.
So tell me about your experience there.
So I started training out with Classic Fight Team out in December. It wasn't up until the loss that I had in April that I really started like just on all cylinders going to Classic Fight Team, and it's been a world of difference, man. Like what you said, like they bang in there literally like, every Wednesday. Like they're sparring hard, and
You can't see in the window. It is so fogged up. It will not clear up. It's a swamp.
Legit, it's a swamp in there. It gets muggy and it sucks, but it feels cool when you're out, right? Like when you're out of there, you feel like you really got to fucking work out and you got your money's worth.
Sounds like a true Muay Thai.
You
gym.
feel like you're
There
alive.
is, and I think the coolest thing about it is like Tyler Wambles is a fucking tough dude, but he's very respectful and he'll like welcome anybody to his gym. So like I try getting him over. I try getting as many people as I can over, and you know, like we come from different gyms, but we could mix. Like I think if there's one thing I picked up recently and just like my journey is just that I don't have to be devoted to one gym. It's us against the world. Like, you know, it's a selfish sport. Like, I want to go and train with other people, and I want to build experience, because at the end of the day, like, we're SoCal, right? Like, we could fight each other all we want, but there's the fucking world, right? And I want bigger than SoCal, and so
Good for you.
So
Good
like,
that you know that.
yeah, because eventually, like, maybe next week or sometime I'd like to check out CMMA, get some training out there, and, you know, just keep growing as a fighter, man, and build these relationships.
Legit.
Yeah.
Tell us about CMMA, bro. Anyways, congratulations to Shad George, because Shad George just put out
His documentary.
Life of a Fighter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, he does.
Part
He has.
2.
And
of-
it's free on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. Yeah.
or
You
something
can
like
watch it on Fight TV and a couple other things where you can buy it, but it's free on Tubi.
that. Yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to say it was free.
It's free.
No, it's
Everybody
on,
knows
it's
Tubi
on,
is free.
It's on the Facebook already, so
Right?
we see it.
Okay.
Chad put it out today.
Okay. But yeah, I've been at CMMA for 2.5 weeks now. You know what?
You survived 2 and I'm kidding.
I know I did, but no, I was there too. You know, I trained there twice before. I know Jonathan Powell.
Yeah.
We trained together. We competed together at jiu-jitsu tournament. He got first, I got third. But you know, I talked to Coach Chad after the fight, and I felt like it was the right move. Like, don't get me wrong, Black House is a great gym, but for me as a fighter, I can progress in both. But the way I see it, I'll progress more in CMA versus Black House. So I have to be selfish. Like Coach Chad said, it's like a relationship. It's going to be hard, you know. It's like a breakup, you know. So a lot of people were disappointed with the move, but at the end of the day, it's what I believe I'll progress more. But anyways, Coach Chad, man, every guy at CMA is so welcoming. I feel like I'm at home, family. A lot of lightweight guys to work with, and one thing I picked up from Chad is the mind is very strong. He said we always break off we say champions on 3, 1, 2, 3 champions. But one thing I learned from Chad is mindset is everything. You know, mindset of a champion, and winning those small moments. Because there's moments in a fight that you get taken down and you sit there and go, you cannot have that moment. You
break.
You have to fight every moment to win, right? So that's the one thing I picked up from the gym from Coach Chad personally is winning the moments and having the mindset of a champion. And I progressed so much just being there, and I'm so excited and just learning so much. And Coach Chad always talks to me like at the end of practice, and we sit down and talk real quick what we can work on and what I had struggled with during the day. And I'm excited. I'll be the champ either bantamweight or flyweight, so I'm coming for that gold.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
I might
rooting
make
for
the
him.
move down to flyweight.
Absolutely.
So
You can't
who's
have
the
that
flyweight
last
champ?
name.
I want that smoke
Who's the flyweight champ?
What promotion?
for state champ.
Oh, for
I don't want promotion. I want the
Locally,
state champ.
locally.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
It doesn't
Robert,
matter. It
Robert,
doesn't
Google
matter.
that.
It doesn't matter, but I want that smoke. I'll go down to flyweight. I want that
I'm
smoke.
with you. Is it hard to live
Heather-
up to that name? That's what I want to know.
I wouldn't say it's hard, but there is pressure.
Is there pressure? Being a
'Cause
Pacquiao? Because that's what people know.
You don't want to lose because you know Pacquiao's a massive winner.
Especially
And-
to all your people, right?
Yeah.
You got a whole country behind you.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't let that get to you, and you just have to be you, and take things as they come. As long as you did everything you can to fill in the gaps, you'll be fine.
Now,
Because
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, like leading up to the fight, I was not disappointed because I felt like I did the extra work and filled in the gaps as much as I could with what I can for the fight. I worked on the rear naked choke all camp long, and I couldn't stop. Jonathan Powell is a great kid, man. He's only 19 and
He's an
and
escape artist, bro. You
He's
try
a
to throw that
savage,
choke
dude.
on him.
He's a savage, man. And
Hey, I want to say this. 2 years ago, 2019, can't remember what month. I wake up, I turn on KTLA News, I got to see the weather, got to see what my drive to work
forgot
looks
about
like.
that.
Mark Kriski's talking about Mark Pacquiao
I forgot
because
about
he
that,
was
yeah.
the announcer for MMA Events Inc., which
Yeah.
was at Long Beach Convention Center.
Yeah, that
we
was-
all there. We all did that. We did the production. We did everything. Actually, Joey's his
Yeah,
first show with us.
first show.
Sean's always with us. I don't think Adam was with us then.
Adam wasn't born
But
yet.
everybody in the room, you know. Adam wasn't born yet, yeah. But he announced your name
Yeah.
And everybody in KTLA must have thought it was Manny Pacquiao because there was just such a buzz. And they said,
It never
local
stops.
local boy Mark Pacquiao. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But that's huge, regardless of that connection, whether you like it or you don't like it. It already made you into this dude that was big, and you're already on the news. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was-
felt it because I knew who Mark Pacquiao was, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Talking about KTLA News.
Now,
Wow.
now, real quick, before I think you were asked another question. You were about to say something to Heather. What were you about to say to Heather?
Oh, yeah.
You were
Talk-
reaching
talk
over.
to Heather. We
Talk
all
to
know
Heather.
that.
Yo, Heather, who's the state champ? I like the flyweight state champ. You know, we could talk to Coach Chad and figure things out, but I like going down to flyweight. We'll fight the state champ.
There you go.
That's it.
We'll make sure she gets this message too.
Shout out to Heather, by the way.
Flyweight state champ according
Johnny
to,
Utah? Oh, Johnny Utah's
Yeah, he's a pro fighter. He's a
Pathology, it says the highest ranked guy at flyweight is Terrence Saturn.
no. You can't look at that because sometimes it's always off.
Oh, it's off.
Yeah, sometimes they have the number one rank, but he's not the state champ.
Go to Spar Star and just look.
I think I'm gonna want to try one of these. I want to sip one of these.
Yeah.
Dude,
Can you grab?
This guy's a double
Adam,
state champ, right?
grab
Art
three
Pahone's
more of
got
those?
two.
Oh, that's right.
Two
that's
weight
right.
classes.
I gotta run, guys. This guy. I gotta
he's at a black
run to the
house. He's
restroom.
another
Go
black
ahead,
house
go ahead,
guy.
go ahead.
Yeah.
This Topo Chico is crazy,
Raging
man.
Bull. You've seen him, homie. You've seen him. Yeah,
I'm
'cause he
surprised I don't have the
You
Asian
fought him the
glory.
same
If you go
card.
down the stairs, it's like the first door. He has to use the little restroom break.
What are
So
you doing with the Topo Chicos? Oh, they're for the gentlemen.
he's empty.
Can you have one?
I'm gonna have a sip.
He's gonna have one.
Oh, don't shit yourself on
Domino's
camera.
gonna get one too.
No, I can't.
You're big into water
This
sports,
is-
huh, dude?
yeah, hell yeah.
You have a boat, huh?
I'm that dude. We'll go, bro.
I hope so.
Don't tell your girlfriend, but we'll go.
Cool.
We'll do our thing, right?
Yeah, that honestly, that's another thing with the whole fight life. It's hard to have a relationship, man.
Yep.
Seriously, hell yeah.
Tell me about it. Just in what we do, we're so busy. We have day jobs. Well, some of us.
Yeah.
Maybe not those guys. But I get up every morning at 5:30. They're grinding at 5:30 on their own little things. I'm at work and then, filling in the gaps when I get off work, coming here doing what we do after work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what we do. We always push. I don't want to interrupt the process of the show, so I'm going to bring on Adam Araby, who does the Bloody Breakdown. He's going to talk about UFC fights that are coming up, just the top 5, because we'll go nuts if there's 10 fights.
Oh.
So he'll share the mic with you. Feel free to interview, especially Gabe, because we got him here. And he ain't coming back. After that traffic incident, I can't fucking get him back.
I'll come. Once in a
Nah,
while.
he's coming on,
Once in a blue moon.
and then I'll take him surfing, and then we'll talk about
Yes, sir.
something else. But get on, take over. Joe, questions for Gabe, please.
Anytime, man. Anytime. So we have Adam Araby. He's the young blood. He's the man that knows pretty much. He's the encyclopedia of the MMA world. Any questions you
much.
have?
Pretty
Hey,
much.
I just took a sip. You want the rest of my can?
I'm good.
It is his birthday.
I am 20. Actually,
It's his fucking birthday. He's not
It's
drinking.
actually-
That's why it's his
yeah.
birthday.
Dude,
yesterday
Jesus
was my
Christ.
birthday and I was
Hey,
22.
Here, man. Salud.
Well,
Hey, there we
cheers
go.
to 22,
Peer
guys.
pressure at its finest.
I
huh?
said I don't have COVID. I just took a sip.
Oh,
so
Hey, man. Well, hey,
Well,
22.
yeah, 22.
there you go.
2-2, baby.
2
There you
two.
go.
All right.
Salud. You're saying.
Oh yeah, but no, I'm a bit of an MMA encyclopedia now. I'm like, honestly, even at my own gym, when like all the time now, where like somebody will bring up a fight, like this fight this past weekend with the Giga Chikadze and Edson Barbosa. Nobody could remember Giga's name or Edson's name or who it
Yeah.
was, and so like everyone's like blah blah, and I would chime in from like the back of somewhere in my gym, or like now everyone in my gym just turns to me of like, hey Adam, what was that fight? And I'm like, oh, it was Giga Chikadze and this date and happened on this time and all that.
That's awesome, man.
And yeah.
I got to meet him actually.
Oh, yeah?
I met him like twice. Yeah, I met him twice. I met him once at a UFC gym in Huntington Beach, and then I met him over at King's MMA too. And man, I met him right before I think he got his first MMA fight. I think he was like a couple fights in MMA.
Really?
Share the mic so we can hear the story, dude.
Oh, it's just a quick story about Giga. I don't want to say the wrong. No, I'm just kidding. He's scared over here. I'm like all monotone.
Yeah, right.
No, basically I met him twice, and man, that guy, like, even before he got into the MMA scene, I knew he was a killer in kickboxing.
Yeah.
He fought for Glory, correct?
Sure.
And I think he was like 2 fights into MMA, but
Had known for his own finishing liver kick. The
yeah,
Giga kick.
yeah, and dude, that guy,
He's a southpaw, right?
he was a scary dude, man. There's a lot of
stand
scary dudes in
switcher,
this
but
game.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Switch
I've seen
hitter.
a lot of
Switch
those
hitter.
liver kicks as a southpaw.
Yeah.
It's thrown from the southpaw a little bit. It's so quick, it's hard to really tell that it's a southpaw and a switch kick. It looks like it's from the lead, but it is a southpaw kick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a switch.
All
Yeah.
his highlights, they're all southpaw kicks from the left side.
Yep.
And the guys will
will
block it, and it just sneaks around, and they just grimace, and it's like, wow, it's amazing.
He's been studying him, huh? He wants to
Yeah.
fight him
Dude,
someday.
I'm a southpaw.
You got it,
I
man.
want to be like a.
There's one guy to learn how to liver kick from. It's get Chikadze.
Yeah, he's
that's all
awesome,
I can
man.
recommend. If you want to increase your MMA kicking game, go film study Giga Chikadze.
It's called Liver City. At CMMA, we call it Liver City. When you get dropped from liver, you just check into Liver Motel.
Have
I
you ever
like
hit
that.
with one?
I don't know about a kick. It's been maybe I forgot, but I've been hit with a couple stomach shots from the hands.
That'll fold you, man. I don't care
Yeah.
how tough you are.
Oh, yeah.
Just once a liver, bro, and
bad.
you fold like
It's
a
bad.
lawn chair.
Oof.
Yeah, back in the day when the Bull was very young, he took a lot of hits. I used to box in the ring a lot back in the day. Yeah.
Savage.
And he was a
That's
wild
probably-
guy,
That's probably
too.
when you got that name, huh?
No, I just I gave it to myself.
Very fitting.
I told him.
Give himself the horn.
But you know what,
Hey,
George
I was gonna say,
Francis.
George Francis.
George Francis.
George
He's
Francis.
actually watching me now. George Francis gave me a new name. It's called the Filthy Animal.
The
No.
filthy
So-
animal.
It's the Bronco. I keep telling him ever since he lost the weight, it's not Joey the Bull, it's Joey the Bronco. No.
Well, the reason why, because I was born with one nut. That's the reason why he said that. So
shit.
it's a speed bag, bro.
It's a magical nut, man. You have a kid?
I have a kid. I have a daughter.
Hey, there you go. It's a magical nut.
As long as you spread your seed, that's all that matters.
And I'm a grandpa too. Jeez,
Shit.
I'm old.
This is lemon.
So we're gonna go for the fight breakdown, right? What's happening
right.
with the UFC?
Let's roll right into it. We got the long-awaited debut of the highly touted UFC or European prospect coming out of, I believe it was Wales or London, somewhere from the UK. Paddy the Batty Pimblett, the former Cage Warriors champion, somebody who's had a whole lot of hype throughout his MMA career. He got offered his first UFC contract at 21 years old when he was undefeated. But like the great Yuri Prohaska, decided that he would wait and take some time to develop. And now he's coming in at 26 years old after coming off a great performance in his last fight. We know what Paddy the Batty brings to a fight. He's gotten a lot better with his hands and his striking, but we know his grappling's tricky. Go look at his highlight of where he's like in the middle of a fight and he throws a flying triangle at a guy.
Wow.
Like he jumps at him and locks up a triangle from like in an MMA fight out of
I
nowhere.
thought that was
Like,
only in the flyweight and bantamweight division. He was doing it.
he's 145 pounds. He did it at featherweight and now is moving up to lightweight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did it at 145 pounds and just like, was at the guy and then just whoop and then locked it right up and it was over. Like,
amazing.
He's an incredibly talented grappler. But Luigi Vendramini, hopefully I got that right, is a good fighter as well. Decent wrestling, much better of a striker. I'd say his hands are a little bit more developed than I would say Paddy Pimblett. So on the feet, I'm going to give it to him. But what I really see Paddy really utilizing his length, but his length as a grappler and the fact that he's so tricky, I think he's going to come out, use his hands, but probably get around a second or third round submission, grinding it out.
Well, real quick, if you see the records, it looks like Paddy's 16-3.
Yep,
and then
much more
Luigi's
experience.
9-2. How do you think that experience is going to play into this fight?
I would say it plays into a lot just by the fact that if you look at the stages Paddy has been on, he's dealt with a lot of pressure. He's a hometown guy. He's from Cage Warriors. He had a few fights outside of the promotion, but he's really a homegrown talent from there. And so not only does he have more experience against just many different types of opponents and having trained since I believe 15 years old, and having a pretty not an extensive amateur career because he was 7-0, and so he had to take a few losses within his pro career. And he even says he kind of regrets that he didn't extend his amateur career out, because when you do lose, obviously you want it to be in your amateur career, because when you're in your pro fight career, you want to earn the most money you can and come with the most finished product that you have. And so I'd say it plays into a lot of factors, which is why I'm also going with Paddy. I feel like Luigi, he may surprise us just by the fact he's faced fighters who are kind of that long length, who can grapple, but that's also been the archetype that he struggled the most with.
Gotcha.
So it does play in a lot. On top of it, too, you got to look at the pressure and the stage Paddy has dealt with since a young age, entering his 20s.
Yeah.
What's Paddy's reach? You keep talking about his long reach. What is his reach?
It's about 72, 73. He's 5'10".
5'10".
That's
Wow.
decent. Yeah, that's decent.
It's a big 45er, huh?
Yeah, he's a big 45 or lightweight now.
So who you guys
Was a
going
big
for in this card
45er.
here?
I don't know any of the guys, but I haven't heard of Luigi. I just seen all the hype with Patty. I'm gonna just go with Patty the Baddie.
Patty the
Patty
Baddie.
is his name.
Same here, Patty.
Patty the Baddie. You
Next one.
And he
This
is
kinda
also
crazy.
coming in at a minus 155 favorite, Luigi Vendramini, plus 130. And then moving on, we're going to try my best as always. I've done it again and again. We're going to see if this is finally the show we can get it right. Modestus Bukauskas. You know, all right, coming in. Modestus, no side comments this time from anybody. I was waiting for it to hit. Every time I pronounce this name, it just kills everyone in the room. But Modestus Bukauskas and
that came up.
You said
Modestus is coming in at a minus 165 favorite, taking in on Khalil Roundtree Jr., who's coming in at a plus 135 underdog. This is a very interesting fight at light heavyweight. Modestus has come in and struggled since he's entered the UFC. I believe he's on around he's 2-3 since he's entered the UFC on a 2-fight losing streak. Khalil Roundtree has been on a bit of a losing streak as well.
Yeah.
And so this is one of those fights where you're fighting for your contract for both fighters.
Right.
The one thing that I really want to see out of Khalil Roundtree in this fight is just use your volume and wrestle, please. Like, you have more talents than trying to use your natural athleticism and just, trying to use your knockout power. When he kind of goes in and he's more active and fights a more technical fight is when I really think Khalil Roundtree does his best. And especially he needs to wrestle this fight because Modestus Bukauskas' wrestling defense is just not that good. He's an MMA striker.
Yeah.
And majority of the time, too, he's a counter striker who fights a lot off his back foot. He almost fights better off his back foot than he does moving forward. So he has good size, he has good reach for light heavyweight, but just by the fact that he kind of struggles moving forward and taking pressure and really kind of struggles in the wrestling department, I'm going to go with the more MMA experienced guy, at least at a higher level with Khalil Roundtree Jr. And just by the fact that I think, too, he's faced better competition, and this is Khalil's, he's coming into his last few fights here. He's going to want to go out strong to end his career. Obviously he had retired and came back to fighting, so he's got a little bit more on the line, at least for both guys. So I'm going with Khalil Roundtree Jr. on this one. This is a fight that could be a toss-up either way. But I'm going with the more UFC experienced guy.
How old is Khalil?
32.
Oh, he's still young.
Yeah, Modestus
For some reason, he looks like an
28.
older man.
Yeah, he's not very old.
He's young.
It's the
Yeah.
beard.
He's
And he got
young.
into it late. Like, he started training MMA actually after a very successful music career.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no,
He was on
actually,
Joe
here
Rogan. He
here
was
was
on Joe
his
Rogan.
here's his
I did not
backstory
know
from the
this.
Joe Rogan
Okay, what kind of
podcast.
music was he making?
He was, I believe, he actually played guitar in a rock band and sang
Really?
and actually smoked
Dude,
did the full rock
I'm gonna
star,
go
smoked
home and
cigarettes,
look this up.
eat fast food, all that.
Wow.
Decided one day I'm done doing this. Yeah, he says I'm done doing this one day. Walked into an MMA gym, was pretty decent. I took a fight after 2-3 months, and the rest is history. Here we are.
Wow,
I actually,
that's crazy.
I'm actually a really big fan of Khalil, just because I can resonate with the whole. If you ever listen to his story on Joe Rogan, he talks about how he was never really an aggressive person.
No.
He's very passive and he's just very wholesome person. If you follow him on Instagram, the guy seems at peace, right? And I like that. When you think about fighters, there's always that fucking stigma. You think about the tap out. You think about, you know what I mean? Everyone always walking
angry
around
hothead.
Yeah, angry
Yeah.
hothead, fat fucking ears. And then you got guys like Khalil who are just, you know what I mean? Like
They're
they
just
do it
everyday
for,
dudes.
they do it for their inner peace. And I have that too, and that's why I resonate with Khalil. And I know Khalil has a huge background in Muay Thai, right?
Yeah.
I think he struggled.
Is that Tiger? Tiger
yeah,
Muay
he's
Thai?
Tiger
Tiger
Muay
Muay
Thai.
Thai. I know he struggled in some wrestling, so I think in this fight, I think we're gonna have a good striking matchup. I haven't seen the other gentleman fight before, but
Modestus
my-
Bukauskas.
yeah, I don't think I've seen him before, but I got my money on Khalil 100%,
I'm
man.
gonna say.
And I hope
Mark,
he gets his
I'm,
fight.
who you want for Mark?
I'm gonna just go with Khalil because I used to be at Black House and I know he's around at Black House too. So
You met him?
I've never met him. I've been at Black House for 2.5 years. Never met him. I've seen Silva, Machida, some other big names, but never.
Gotta meet Khalil. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I wish I got to meet him.
I haven't met him, but I've just met people that have met him.
Awesome person.
No way. When was this? Like ages ago?
Fucking, I think his first pro fight, maybe, or some shit.
That's
Oh wait,
funny.
he fought Blake True? Oh, I did not know
That's
this.
crazy.
Apparently, Robert off camera just informed us. Friend of the show, Blake Troop, has fought Khalil Roundtree Jr. before.
Wow, you don't know MMA history? I thought you would have known everything. That's crazy. He seems like he's throwing all the facts I've never heard, and then one time.
The one, there's ones that escape me. There's a lot of history, especially nowadays.
Really fucking good guy.
Yeah,
I
I need to
actually
meet.
met him at Black Ops. That's how I know.
Oh yeah,
That's so dope, man.
that's
He's
sick.
fucking super cool. So like, it was Khalil, Troop was there too that day. They're all training, and I was there with Bubba. That's what I was
Oh
there
yeah,
with.
Bubba's a sack.
Oh, Bubba
I
Jenkins.
got a funny story with Bubba.
Bubba's dope.
I'll let you
Yeah, go
finish.
ahead, tell us your story.
Okay. So I was sparring Bubba, and then I was very hesitant. Bubba's a big dude, and I didn't want to, mess around with that. So I was just sitting there, like, we're just doing this. And he asked me, "Who's faster?" And I'm like, "You're faster." And he's like, "You're lighter. You're faster." I was like, "You're right." Come in and throw a jab. He counters me, blah. And I was like, and I thought in my head, "Motherfucker, this is why I didn't want to throw shit." But yeah, Bubba's a great wrestler, and he's a savage. He's on a roll at PFL right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that way to that mill.
Yeah.
I wish him all the best.
And he has that swag, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Bub-
He has a
Bubba's-
swagger.
Dude, Bubba's fucking super fucking cool. He's
Did
super
something happen
creative.
to
Like,
Chris Wade?
Huh?
You said he's on his way to the mill. Did something happen to Chris Wade? Because he just lost to Chris Wade.
Who did?
Bubba Jenkins.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That was last week?
That was last
I didn't
week.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh shit! I didn't even.
Not
it
to be the
passed by
bearer
me.
of bad news, but
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be the bearer of bad
I didn't know it
news.
was last week. I thought it was this week.
We still
So-
rock with you, Bubba.
Today or
So does
It's
he still
not.
have a chance for the playoffs?
nah.
If,
No, because he's 2-1 in
No.
PFL.
no,
No.
because he made it to the semis. Unless somebody gets injured, I believe, then I think they fill in. But I
That really
no.
sucked.
Let's scroll up to the next fight real
Savage.
quick.
All right,
Wait,
moving
real
on.
quick before we move on, who do you got, Joey?
Oh,
There you go. Don't forget about Joey.
We almost
The
forgot
best
about Joey.
opinion in the seat.
I like the Roundtree, cool, but I like Bukaki all day.
all day.
He ain't talking about the fighter.
Fighter. All right.
Savage.
Oh man, moving on to Alex the Great White Morono, who's coming in at a minus 135 favorite, who's taking on David Zawada, who's coming in at a plus 115 underdog. Both very exciting fights as we also watch, many of the hidden graphs and things. Do not pay attention to what you just saw, viewers. You did not see anything there.
Ratings are going down.
We're fine. We're good. We're still
are going
rocking and
up.
chilling.
I want to say what's up to Alex Rosales from Always Ready Meals.
Yeah, and so
That's right.
shout out to Alex
That's
Rosales
your sponsor,
from
right?
Always Ready
Yeah.
Meals.
Yeah. Shout out to Always Ready Meals, man.
Shout out to Always Ready
Alex,
Meals.
you know what, Alex? Like he's more than a sponsor. He's like a good brother.
He's a good dude.
He'll message me, like, he's a busy man. He'll message me and send me like a 5-minute convo, like just trying to, just venting about life. Cause we have similar stuff going on in our lives sometimes, and we can connect that way. So I've been able to bond with him in a very strong way. And yeah, he's a great guy, man. He's always checking on you, not just making sure he's getting he's making sure his business is all right, money wise and all that, but he tries to get to know you personally, and it's great. He's a great guy.
You need
So-
people like that in your life, man.
Yeah, man, and it's a great feeling, and people checking on you and seeing what's up. So Alex Rosales, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you to the fullest. Always Ready Meals. Grab some.
Always Ready Meals.
I look like this because of Always Ready Meals.
It's true. It's very true.
I need to get on that.
I know, right? Same
What's up,
here.
Alex?
And
Hey.
I got him out here.
Yeah,
I got him.
But
give
speaking-
a man Gabe some Always Ready Meals.
Yeah,
I
man,
know.
look how skinny I am. Like, fuck.
you're
I could use
complaining,
a
Gabe.
fucking meal.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
malnourished.
Well, Gabe, I'm saying that injury you have in your leg, we got to give a big shout out to one of our huge sponsors, Our Life CBD, right
Oh,
there.
awesome.
wait.
Dude, the guy has some great menthol cream for that wound, that sore you're feeling. Talk to my boy Sean. He has great CBD out there, from everything from creams, drops, drinking stuff. I mean, pretty much everything you can think of. Check out his site.
Okay.
Maybe talk to him about the show. Talk to the guy.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Sean, hook me up, please.
Our Life
right.
CBD. So who's our
Getting
next
back
fight?
to the fight, Alex the Great White Morono. Speaking of Alex's, he's a great fighter, Alex Morono, but the one thing that really keeps me from picking him in this fight is that he's also one of the more inconsistently consistent fighters there is, where in the last 5 on in, he's about, I want to say 2-3 for his last 5 on in. And so he'll have great performances like his last one against Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Granted, it was a very over-the-hill Donald Cowboy Cerrone at 170, and Alex Morono is more of a welterweight than Donald Cerrone is. But then you'll see him battle back and forth to be able to pressure Anthony Pettis and have a back-and-forth fight with him as well. He's one of those fighters that just Dana White will always keep around regardless of however record he'll have that, hey, I need a fight, somebody to scrap. Who you down? He's just like, yep. And he's right there. And very similar story with David Zawada. You know, I describe him more in terms of his style, a little bit easier to understand. He's a little bit more of that wrestler, like wrestle boxer style. He's going to be gritty. He's going to be pushing the pace. He can reveal a little bit of his poker face when he gets gassed, you know, which is going to be a little bit of a worry because Alex Morono is always going to be there. He's going to make it an ugly fight. He's going to be in your face. He's going to be clinching up with you against the cage, throwing uppercuts, grinding it out, and just being able to tire you down. I've been jumping back and forth on this fight a lot, but I'm going to go with Mr. Consistent, who can be inconsistent at times, Alex Morono.
Cool.
I go for Alex too.
Honestly, I feel like you're probably on the same shit. You ever feel like you're so in the game that you don't even like know other fighters? Like you just know.
You know what? I don't know any of them.
Let's go to the
I'm
co-main event.
I'm
Let's
gonna go
to the
with
next one.
Zawada just because that last name's crazy.
Zawada sounds cool to me too.
So
I'm
it's a
going
tie.
Okay, let's go co-main event.
All right, moving on. Co-main event. This is a heavyweight fight I'm very excited for. I'm calling it now. I'm still calling it. Tom Aspinall is the next future heavyweight champion. He's an incredible prospect. He's coming in at a minus 250 underdog, taking on Sergey Spivak. And Sergey Spivak, who's coming in at a plus 200 underdog. You know, there's not really, when you look at Sergey Spivak's game, one thing that really stands out that he does super duper well. He's a really well-rounded heavyweight, which is why he's currently in the top 15. You know, although he hasn't had a very extensive UFC career, he is, I believe, the younger of the two, coming in at 26. Tom Aspinall's 28. But I would say in terms of talent, I'd say Tom Aspinall is a much more talented fighter. He's a great boxer, especially for the heavyweight division. He moves like really a light heavyweight and a middleweight, even though he's 6'5" and 250 pounds. His speed's just truly incredible, especially when you look at his last fight against Andrei Arlovsky, how he just basically bulldog rushed him against the cage. Like, it was great. Like, we all know how much of a dog Arlovsky is and how great he is, and he just bull rushed him against the cage like he was like it was nothing for him. I was so impressed by it, and just by his literal physical strength. It was crazy. Yeah, it looked like a defensive tackle, like smashing a quarterback is what it really looked like, about how tough he was hitting him. And on top of it too, with Tom Aspinall, what I really like about him is that the fact that he always keeps it moving. He has good head movement. You know, he's not just trying to use his heavyweight power to knock you out. He uses the length of his game, and he's been training for a long, long time. And the big X factor for both fighters, honestly, within the heavyweight division, is the fact that they're both in their 20s. Most heavyweights, I believe, even within the top 15, average out from the ages 35 to 41. Oddly enough, because the one thing that goes is really your heavyweight power. Yeah. So you'll see a lot of guys later on in their career, especially for heavyweights, kind of put everything together. Both these guys are still in their 20s, still have a lot of athleticism, still have a lot of speed.
Guys in their 20s,
And
put them down.
No shit.
like that.
So who we getting
Right.
on this fight here?
So I'm taking Tom Aspinall on this one. I
Okay.
think he knocks Sergey Spivak out within, let's say, the second round. And yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tom Aspinall because I like ass.
High five.
Me and you both.
Hey. Whatever.
I'll go with that one too. Then I guess.
I'll go for Spinnacock.
Spivak. Sir,
That's a good last name. That's a good last name too.
I love that all day.
Spivak.
All Spinnacock. Main event. Let's go. Come on. Let's get this ball rolling
Move
over here. We got a
on.
contest. We
Yes,
got
sir.
Darren
All
Till.
right.
Darren Till. That's it.
We got
There we go.
Darren Till coming in at a minus 185 underdog, taking on Darius Brunson, who's coming in at a plus 150 underdog. That was Derek Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
And Darren Till, you know, we obviously know what he brings. Incredible striking, great Muay Thai, great kickboxing. Still have some to be desired in terms of his grappling and his wrestling. That's where I really could see him struggling in this fight. Especially, we all know what Derek Brunson brings. You know, we all know how good of a wrestler he is. We all know his cardio is going to last throughout all 5 rounds. But I think the mental stress that, and
Is this part of the challenge?
No, this is the challenge. I thought it was cute because it had your name on it, kind of.
Oh, damn, too.
We're running out of time.
all right, we're running out of time. But expect Darren Till to come in with great striking and great game plan and all the pressure in the world. It's going to be too much for Derek Brunson to handle. We're going with Darren Till on this one.
Let's go with Darren Till all the way.
Darren Till all the day. Mark Pacquiao.
Who do you got?
Who would I got? I like Darren Till. He's a striker. I'm
We
a
like
striker.
Darren Till.
He's gonna wrestle the shit out of Darren Till and put him on his ass.
And Robert
You're not supposed to say that.
yells in
fucking
saying
jinx
Derek
it.
Brunson
Give me
will
one
win
more
with
in
the
this game.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Okay,
put him in,
here we
bro.
go. Okay, hold on.
Starboard.
Nah,
You gotta
nah.
Starboard.
We gotta stand up for this because we
No.
gotta show people.
Three-way challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let's get him on it too.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta-
he
I ate mine off camera.
Yeah, aim before the
They all ate
Well-
them all. Like this guy.
Don't put.
Let's get the camera.
I mean, I can.
Shirts off for this one, huh?
Hey, Gabe has a sick tattoo of like a eagle.
That's right, that's
That's why he said.
Hey, hold on.
That's why he said take the shirt off.
Hold on. This is it, folks. This is the big challenge.
Gabe's about to take out.
No, because I had enough.
I ate
but,
mine.
You want mine?
Nah.
Who ate them all? Who ate them all?
Hold on. Sorry.
I'll see if I can finish this
Wait,
drink
you gotta take
before
off
you
the
guys.
wrapper?
Yeah, I got the
Hey, whatever you
wrapper.
guys do, don't make me laugh, man, because that'll slow me down.
Joey hasn't had a full meal.
Hey, just a heads up. This guy's fucking throat runs
Hey,
deep, dog. I
just
saw
to
him
let-
already.
Hey,
We went camping this weekend with a bunch of buddies. This guy already did this. Volunteered on it too, man. He wasn't trying to.
I saw NFL
Okay,
players do
okay,
that.
I'm gonna put it in our mouth. Like somebody count to 3.
You're a swallower.
Somebody.
I'll count.
1,
2, 3.
There we go.
Come on, Gabe. Gabe.
Like, I waited, bro.
Gabe won. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Joey
Come on.
He doesn't chew. And the winner.
And the winner.
That's DQ.
Oh.
Disqualified.
Disqualified.
As the official referee of this event.
Use this hand. He's disqualified.
Are you trying this too?
Yeah, let's do it.
Pacquiao won.
I'll do that one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Pacquiao.
We'll do all of it. All of us will do that one.
You wanna do that?
Now let's do all that one.
Bro, no. There's 5 chips in here.
What is the
Bro, I don't do spicy, but I'm gonna do it for the show, bro.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What is the challenge?
We're gonna eat it.
I can eat a whole bag. Over there.
Do it.
Not today.
For the bag, they usually come in one.
You can't say that. I want to sit next to
All right, are we all gonna do this?
Let me finish this fruit roll up, man. 'cause-
Yeah.
My heart did a good.
All
We
right.
can all sit down now. I mean,
Let's all sit down.
I guarantee you.
I got my Topo Chico ready, because, yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I mean,
It's all good, it's all good.
Pull the wheels off it.
No.
hey, everybody grab a chip.
Fuck, I'm really nervous.
Come on.
This is a
Joe, what
this is a
These
fun
are
birthday show.
made from Pacquiao hot chips.
They're missing the C, the
Oh, still, it's
So
Packy.
what college you went to? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know what?
you.
In high school, some people would tease me and call me fuck you.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Fuck me, no fuck you.
No, these are our haunted ghost pepper chips.
Oh wait, no, I'll grab a big
I
one.
think I can eat that.
Well,
Oh, you're savage.
You gotta take it in and out. It's COVID. You gotta
Alright,
eat the
fuck it.
fuck.
I know he's just grabbing and throwing back in.
I see a little ass.
Cochino.
These are fighters next
Yeah.
week.
be
Well,
a
I grabbed
bitch.
2 of them, so
What the fuck is that?
grab 2.
We got a live
Grab
show. I'm
2.
just people. Look at this guy.
You're Mexican on. Now you're getting scared of this shit.
You know, I'm gonna eat
That's a
2
pussy one.
chips.
I got
We're gonna go
There you go.
hard.
I got the biggest one in the show.
I got the biggest one.
Mark,
We
you
talking-
got 2 of them?
Oh,
Come on.
savage.
Here we
Come
go.
on, grab 2. Everyone grab 2.
Bro, I'm so
I'm
nervous.
getting one.
Hey, after I take
we
this
can
bite,
take this.
cut the show, man. Yeah, I don't want
No,
to.
we gotta give shout out to all. Give shout out to all your sponsors real quick.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, me
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
me
you first.
Always Ready Meals, Athletic CBD, Fade Season Barbershop, and Rose City Pizza. They got like
Damn, we gotta visit
They got
with you.
what do they got? They got like a lasagna sandwich. Woo, it's good. They just opened up a new location in West Covina, so.
Yeah.
What will you get?
You guys go first, real quick.
No, you're. Oh, we don't. It's your turn. To give a shout out.
Shout out to the Knockout Bakery. Shout out to Classic Fight Team. Shout out to 10 Planet Mission Viejo,
Yeah.
Training Lab, and all my training partners. Coach Fuck, god damn it. Goddamn Topo
I
Chico.
heard that,
Shout out to
Coach.
Spars.
Shout out to Topo Chico, got us all fucked up.
Hey,
Shout out to Coach Preston. I'll see you Sunday. I'll be at Strength and Conditioning. I
Here we go.
promise.
Are we ready, guys?
Are we
Salud.
ready?
got two?
I got 2, bro.
Damn, boy, you guys
Yeah.
are crazy.
I gotta do
I
it
know.
too.
You ready?
We got double. Happy birthday to me.
Alright.
Happy birthday. Let's go.
You gotta cheers to something. Cheers to
His
more
birthday.
bitches.
He's been doing that.
There you go.
Cheers to that.
God bless Mark
Okay.
Pacquiao. He's the most honest guy on the show.
To more bitches, huh?
Right?
It's not too bad, bro.
Oh, fuck.
It's not too bad.
You're so smart. It takes a little bit.
It's not too bad.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all
I think the coffee one's. Woo!
Oh, man. How you feel it?
You know what?
You're not catching STDs with this shit. This will clear.
This shit will cure COVID, bro.
We found
You
the
got
secret.
COVID.
Hey, wipe your
Back-
eyes.
Oh my god.
Just make sure you wash your hands. Don't
You know
touch
what?
your pee-pee.
It's a little hot.
You know what? This ain't shit.
Here,
It ain't
bro.
nothing.
This one, dog.
No.
It ain't
No,
nothing.
fuck that.
All right, bring us out.
That's
Joe.
not
All right,
bad.
folks. Once again, thank you. Thank you for Gabe. Thank you for Mark Pacquiao in the house. We can't wait to have you guys on the show. We can't wait to see you guys go out there in the cage and destroy and get
sir.
those belts and get those W's.
The
all
flyweight
day.
state belt, you know.
And we'll let Spar
for
Stars know that. You make sure you let her know that.
I'm feeling it now.
Okay, you
I ain't
feel
no bitch.
it? Once again, thanks again, folks.
Yeah, it's
We'll see you next week. This is Joey the Bull.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers to
everybody.
more bitches.
Adam Youngblood. Peace.